So, and he says that it was his life savings. How did you spend it? That's his question.
First and foremost, I didn't have any money to spend from him. He was given every bit of it.
Okay. There are questions also for some of the family members, and which we will ask a little later. Ask DJ who he really is, what he is capable of, the many lives he has tampered with. Ask him why he cheated on me, and ask him why he is a thief. So these are part questions and part conjectures. But how would you like to respond to that?
I mean, why bring all sorts of people into the issue? Obviously, he's brought in a lot of different personalities into the issue. You know, this person, I admit, is very clever, and he wants to drag in famous personalities, names into the issue to make this blog more sensational than it already is. Okay, with regards to calling me a thief, you know, I may be many things. I have certainly had my share of my mistakes. I am far from being a saint. One thing I am not a thief.
Let me ask you, how's your relationship with your friends, the friends that have been named? Do they support you, or are they like trying to get away from you now that their names have been implicated in a problem that you're having with an ex-boyfriend?
Well, situations like this, you know, situations like this present a lot of strain in your relationships with a lot of people. And it is through such stressful times and such situations where you find out who your real friends are. And I have been sending very encouraging messages via email, via text, via phone calls from my close friends who are supporting me in this.
Another reason why DJ decided, as the family has expressed, why they decided to come out after ignoring this for quite a while, is that this has already metamorphosed into a web which includes a murder scenario. Mr. Gorel does talk about a murder scenario about the Joel Tantoko death. And what is your response to that? I'm sure that you've read what he's written.
Yes, I have. This is very unfortunate, and this actually affected me a lot because Joel was a dear friend, and his passing, you know, affected a lot of his close friends, including. And you know, why does he keep bringing people up? You know, why doesn't he just let the dead rest? And Joel's passing, which happened last year, you know, this was investigated by the police. There was an autopsy, and it all revealed that he died of hemorrhagic pancreatitis, which we commonly know as bangungot. And you know, I've been in touch with his family. They're aware of the blog. They're aware of what's being posted out there by Joel Tantoko, and it's sad he's bringing dead people up in his blog. And
so this is a fact, that this is in the medical legal report, that it was because of hemorrhagic pancreatitis?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. What about drugs in high society? This is another sub-issue that branched out. Lifestyle is very personal. And it's very difficult to judge in the same way that the law makes a distinction between pushers and victims or users. But what do you think about what a lot of people have already observed, as they say, as a matter of fact, the proliferation of drugs in high society, and especially among the young?
Well, there's certainly a lot of abusers out there. There's certainly a lot of drug users, and I think our government is doing all they can to try to curtail that. I'm all for that. I've seen too many of my close friends succumb to drug addiction, and you know, it can ruin and destroy lives.
What do you think, though, if I may add, why do you think Brian added the drug angle if it wasn't true? Why not just stick with the thief angle to it all? I mean, because he's very specific. If you read the blogs, he's very specific.
You mean accusing
right, not just him,
DJ.
but your very close friends. He's specific on how much you use, when you use them. He has photos of, I think, friends using them, friends of yours, I think. So why even add that angle to it if it's not true?
Well, first and foremost, I'm not aware of these photos that.
Okay, I believe there are a couple of photos that. I mean, I don't know if it's directly showing someone using drugs, but it looks very close to it. So, and it just adds again to the believability of his blog.
Well, he wants to sensationalize this blog, and I think since drugs is a huge issue here, it's an issue of intrigue the use of drugs by celebrities and by society people. He's using this to bring more attention to his blog. That's his aim.
Well, we have to ask you these questions.
Of course.
And we made it very clear with Mr. Montano and his family that these
call me
questions,
DJ.
that these questions may arise, and that this is exactly why they're here. It is on a blog, but of course they want to talk about this on television. All right, so I just don't want you looking like you're a victim because we're ganging up on you. But we have to ask you the questions. You understand that. All right. How has life been affected by all of this for you?
For myself,
Did you have? Do you work now?
yeah, well, I still work for my family business. Yes. Before this, I was a teacher at an institution. But when this blog started out, I had to call my dean, I have a close relationship with, and I told her, I feel this is going to be a scandal. I don't want the school to be put on spot. So I voluntarily resigned from the institution. I didn't want a spot to be put on the school or my
You never
students.
thought of leaving the country, taking off, blowing off steam?
Not at all.
Why? Why is that?
I would like to be here with my family. I would like to show him I'm not afraid of him. That I would like to defend myself and my family.
So all this, because one of the other questions of Mr. Gurel is, he was asking, as Mo asked a while ago, what took you so long?
Yes.
You mean you were just reading and waiting for the proper time?
We were carefully planning, for our actions. And in fact, if I may relate to you, the action that we're taking right now, okay, I have my brilliant attorney who is also with us today, okay. Aside from that, I'm talking to a U.S. internet lawyer. I'm speaking with a barrister. A barrister is what you call a lawyer in Australia, to find out how we can go about the legal process. And in the end, this will likely cost me more than 70,000 Australian dollars. But, it is not about the money, Which is another question on many people's minds, if you agree, Mo. Considering what this has cost you, or maybe your family, your friends, why not just pay up? Well, first of all, you deny that you owe him money. Absolutely.
Because if you did owe him money, I would actually
Yes.
let you pay him right now here and
Yes.
a lot of people owe me money too. So I would really like people who owe money to
Yes.
pay up. But since you deny it, wouldn't it be more for your peace of mind and your health to just give him what he needs as a friend or something like that?
I will-
He is sick, and what about
And
the
let me just add,
$70,000?
he did add, though, that he would stop blogging completely. He would shut it whole down if he got his $70,000
That's what he says.
That's what he says. That's verbally told me.
That's what he says.
Right.
Okay. Well, first and foremost, we have principles involved here. This is outright blackmail and extortion. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm planning to go the length in pursuing this matter, his accusations and his allegations against me, my family, and those close to me. And, this will likely cost me more than $70,000. Everyone knows it's expensive to hire a lawyer here, abroad, and, also in Australia. But, issue here is not about money. It's about fighting for my moral principles. It's about fighting for the dignity of my family and for my friends. It's also fighting for the honor of the Filipino people who he has insulted in his blog.
So you are pursuing this in court. You mentioned a while ago you will be filing a case?
Absolutely.
Where? That's another iffy thing about the cyber law, they say.
Yes.
About jurisdiction, about
That's
where you
right.
file the case. What are you planning?
It's really very complicated. That's why I'm trying to exhaust as many legal resources that we have at hand. This is all new. This whole blog sphere is new, and there aren't any exactly clear laws here in the Philippines, nor actually abroad, and they're actually just currently being enacted. I'd like to maybe bring attention of a certain Miss Sue Chef, who's won over $11 million over a blog defamation case that happened in the U.S. She has a very educational a blog spot called souschef.blogspot.com, which informs people about blog defamation and the internet laws available there. I've been in communication with her. She's been very inspiring to me. She's written me letters, and she's actually told me, feel free to use whatever information that I may have in my blog to you, and she also